Hi, I just wanted to give a little breakdown on how I make my touch designer content more unique when following tutorials from Billum. I've basically made my own custom composite node that has so that I can control each individual aspect of of the thing I want to make. And using the different blending modes to piece things together really helps make stuff that is more unique. So I'm going to pull that up and show you. Just do a little walkthrough. All right, so here we have Touchdesigner. And this, in my project, I have everything I have ever made in Touchdesigner. So if we open these up, you can see they have the different projects I have worked on as different containers. And I can choose which of these containers. Whoop, oh, I'll do that. I can choose which of these containers gets fed into my composite nodes. And this is a custom composite node that I've built. It's very simple. It's got a feedback loop, and yeah, it's very simply laid out. You know, you can see I have my first input here and my second input here. So this is going to be A, and this is going to be B. And if we go up to the parameters here, you can see these have controls for my audio, which I have over here. I'm using the audio analysis deck to be like my master audio thing, and it's got a bunch of stuff in here too. That it's a little bit broken because I messed it up a bit, but still, if I click this, it'll make the music start playing. I can reload it so it starts from the beginning, and I can even control the volume from right here. But also, I have controls for what is actually going on in my scene here. So you can see I can set the opacity of the A input and the opacity of the B input. These are just rotating automatically right now. But yeah, I can even fade it in and out like that from my master mix here. But so basically, I just took all the controls of all the individual things in here and put them into a custom thing. And there's tutorials on how to do that. Or I think it's called parameter mapping. So yeah, that's and then when I'm here, let's simplify this a little bit. I've got a couple of different composite nodes here, but I'm going to take these out, and we'll just feed this into the background there. And yeah. So, let's see. So this is my main node right here. If I bring up the parameters for it, you can see like the automation I have going on for this thing. And this is just using instancing for creating these shapes and stuff, and then I'm using different blend modes to get different effects here. And this is really where Touchdesigner shines for me, is in the different blend modes. And I've added these custom mappings in here for that. Like if we just do add, like it'll add on the overlay there. But let's see. I can cancel out these LFOs here by dragging them. And let's see, we'll get this at 1. Oh, that looks kind of cool. How it kind of like drags down into the corner there. That's pretty interesting, actually. And change the scale. And change the positioning a bit. And if I could change, I think one thing I should change is put my camera controls so I can move the object. Right now I just have it set to look at, though, so it just looks directly at it, wherever it is. But yeah, that's how I have this set up. Let's see. We'll place this back at center. And take the rotation off. And, oh, I've got a couple of different effects going on after. So I have this Luma blur, which just adds like an extra layer of depth, and you can change how this works by what was it? The period? Yeah. So if I change the period here on this thing, it changes like where it starts to blur at, and kind of gives like an extra sense of depth, which I find interesting. Let's see. I've got this lookup table, which just adds colors to this scale. So it takes the luma difference and assigns a color to it. And then I got an anti-aliasing node, so it looks a little bit sharper. Don't really need that right now. There was a noise thing I was doing. Oh, that might be in here though. Let me find that. Yeah, so I've got this static noise thing that I put over the top of this. Yeah, and I've got different like 3D shapes going on for these things. So I've got like just a normal sphere here, and I've got this this skeleton. So this is the original skeletal skull model, and then I've depolyed it or polyreduce. Used the polyreduce to get it to how I actually want it. And that way, when it's instancing, it doesn't have that many frickin' points. That's way too many points. This ends up being like much better for the look I'm going for. But yeah, see, it looks pretty good. But yeah, the main thing though is having these different blending nodes. So when I pull things in, you can see how everything changes. with the different blending modes. And if I use like chroma difference is pretty cool looking. Let's see. So using the swap operation order, it just swaps which comes first, and then if it's got multiple things, it'll totally reverse the order. Like 1, 2, 3 will become 3, 2, 1. But if it's just 1 and 2, it'll go 1 and 2 or 2 to 1. And usually, if you just go through and select one, and then click the button and see like what it looks like and how it changes, and then using like the feedback opacity, you can get some like different effects going on. Like if we do chroma difference and change like the opacity there, that doesn't really seem to have much of an effect. Yeah, not much of an effect with that one. But maybe color? Yeah, that seems to be a little bit. Got a little bit of different stuff going on there. Makes that cube shape in the center have a little bit more motion to it. That's pretty cool. And changes the color. Let's see. Let's try a darker color. Maybe change the gamma. Okay. How about difference? Ooh, that looks neat. Let's change the operation order. Nope, still difference. Some of these, it doesn't matter. Like multiply. If you're multiplying two numbers together, you're going to get the same result, no matter what the order is. But on some of these, like divide, you'll get different results depending on the order you put it in. But yeah, that's one of the main ways that I'm getting different results is doing these tutorials and then mixing them all together. Especially with like the mirror node, that's a good one to use. These composites really help out a lot, and I like using like pin light. Pin light looks pretty cool on some stuff if you can get it right. Sometimes it's hard to like really nail the look of something with pin light, but this might be cool with an additional composite node. So let's copy that. We'll just get another node here and we'll disconnect these. Plug these in here. Now let's choose, let's choose, I like this one a lot. It's one of my favorite ones. So yeah, that looks pretty rad already. Let's see. See, now we're getting like a totally different look. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Let's... And then one thing I like doing too is putting the edge thing on. Comping over input. That looks pretty rad. But yeah, anyway. That's kind of my overview of what I'm doing with Touchdesigner. Just using my own custom composite nodes and just changing the parameters to find cool patterns and shit. Like, yeah, that looks pretty rad. I like that. But yeah, I hope that was informative. To do this type of thing, you got to understand feedback loops and know how to set up your own parameter things. And I'll try and find links to those types of tutorials and put them in the description so that they're easily available. So yeah, I hope that was informative. And may your gods treat you as you have treated others. Take care.